Hey everyone, welcome back to our exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I'm back up once again by Jake and Adam.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey everyone.
In today's matchup is, well, it's Jake taking on Adam. Jake has brought us back Pan, which is, I think, a first for Jake in a while?
Yeah, since the original pan.
Yeah. And we got Adam bringing back Ultimate Goku Black, the deck that likes to ramp its life. Let's get into it. Buttons, links, check them out. So, we're going to see Adam on the channel at another point this week because he was on for round 1, and unfortunately Jake's opponent had to leave for round 2 and Adam had to buy, and so Adam decided to step in for this match.
Yeah, I do it for the fans. Everyone. Yeah, so Goku Black is the deck that I'm playing this time. If you want to pick this deck up, it's a whole lot of fun to play. But if your local meta is red and yellow, I would probably suggest doing something else.
I will say, in my experience of seeing Goku Black, the ultimate deck, is it has a very explosive ability to kind of like, because you can awaken technically turn 1 by using both, like right here, and I think you can awaken off this, right?
No, you can't awaken until you've got a Z Battle card out, which costs 3 to play.
Okay.
But this is easily the best hand that I've ever had playing this deck. I was able to ramp the 1 with Zamasu. I was able to pull an energy from my life to get me up to 2 open energy, and then play my mass replication down turn 1.
And this is a stellar turn 1 for Jake.
Yeah, the fact that he ramped energy actually allows me to play this Golden Ape at a point in the game when I normally wouldn't be able to do so, which also let me draw a card on his turn while comboing out of the attack. So I got to do something that Pan rarely gets to do there, which is get out of turn 1 on 8 life, and it kind of made my decision making a little bit difficult.
What were you trying to decide?
How to get awakened. So I could either get 3Z energy or go down to 4 life. And after just kind of like snap judgment making that play, I'm going to have to be, I think, more aggressive than I would normally like to here in order to be able to get awakened and keep pace, because I know you're getting awakened next turn.
I will say the benefits that you do have 3 attacks here, so you can pull it off as long as Adam doesn't negate anything.
Yeah, as long as nothing gets negated. And here I'm debating on whether I'm going to activate the ability.
Yeah, you'll see me pick up Jake's cards quite often to try to figure out how he's playing all these for like 1 or 2 energy or no energy at all.
Yeah, that's just the thing about this pan deck, is everything is super efficient. And forgot the combo on that attack there. But everything is really efficient to cast, and most things that you cast do give you a rebate of 1 card. Your hand can get a little shaky on the front side because you don't draw on attack. But other than that, it's a really efficient, and I think, as I just messed up all my life there. As more red tech pieces come out, especially ones that like ask for like a red Saiyan leader or a red Earthling or whatever, this deck's just going to get better and better over time.
So I feel like that's kind of a rough move right there with this deck a lot of times, Adam. Going down to 3 using your leader's ability. Now, granted, you get the Zamasu out, which is what you need to get out. But yeah.
Yeah, and this is really shaky here because I want to get the draw. I want to essentially be able to draw 4 cards this turn. With this Zamasu, I get to draw on the unawakened side, and then I can awaken, draw 2, and then I can swing with my leader and be able to draw again because it's a Goku Black card. But I also know that red is really good at reducing power, and so that gets around indestructible.
Yeah, the reducing power, I think, is the most potent form of removal in Dragon Ball, because some cards just flat out can't be KO'd, and indestructible is a thing. like negging gets around replacement effects and just all kinds of craziness. So it's definitely a difficult matchup when your deck is trying to leverage the advantages of indestructible and your opponent's deck just negates that.
Absolutely.
I want to point out something random, not related to the match at all, but Jake, you got this mat at Gen Con. This mat looks phenomenal, and I'm just now realizing that this mat actually counters Adam's mat. I'm just now realizing that.
Yeah, it's correcting the color grading on the camera for some reason. So here we're going to go into a card that I actually borrowed from Bancroft, this Broly Surging Attack. It's got a couple of effects on it where I can either give something -15, which won't quite be enough to remove this Zamasu, or I can give my leader Overlord, which I choose to do here.
I mean, for one energy, you're initially drawing off the pan, and then you're going to get another draw because of you're adding the Overlord text to the pan leader now.
And I'm needing to get some. The reason that I did that is I didn't have Sparking 5.
I was about to ask.
As you can see. Yeah. So I needed to be able to use my Dimension Magic to restand my 2 energy, which is going to put me down to 1, which is really scary.
Yeah. Oh, you're sitting at 3 right now.
Oh, see, even I can't see what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. It does look like 2 on my screen as well, but it does make sense.
As a recording, the light hasn't been set on the side.
Yeah.
Go on, Jake. What are you saying?
I always mistakenly... Do I pay for this?
Yeah. Its cost reduced by 2 if your leader's pan.
Oh, I restood an energy off Awaken. I was like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I played Broly this turn. Why do I have 3 energy? Yeah, my bad.
Judge. Game loss.
Yeah, Judge. I'll call Judge on myself. Yeah, but this Pan United Emotion is one of like the better cards in the deck, if you ask me, because you'll draw a card off of the Pan effect when it comes in, and then when it attacks on an auto, you'll get to look at the top 5 and grab another Saiyan 3 cost or less, I think, or 4 cost or less, which ends up being really solid.
This is such a nice tech.
Yeah, this Saiyan Trio works in almost any red deck, and I think it was Nick that first showed me the tech, and I've been including it ever since.
Oh, man, I feel offended. I played that deck first.
Yeah, but I'm playing it outside.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Actually, a fun tech you could do, because I thought about teching into Frieza, and you go, wait, but how? That's expensive. It's because the Gohan's a Z battle card, and because Frieza doesn't limit the Z deck, I could just play the Z battle card and then immediately put trios on top of the Gohan blocker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot here. So he got rid of my Zamasu with Indestructible. Awesome. Unfortunately, that card cost 3 for me to cast it from my Z battle area, which is pretty expensive, even though I do get to ramp 1, right? But the problem is this counter that I just played allows me to play the card and negate the attack, but I have to pay the 2 for it because I'm not Z Awakened yet, which is a drag. I would be able to get 2 blockers if I was to have my leader Z Awakened. So I had to do what I had to do. It was the only negate I had.
Is it a negate the attack and play this card, or is it just...
It's negate the attack and play this card. And because I have that mass replication, it allows me to play the blocker. But if I would have been Z Awakened, then I would have been able to pay 1 to play it, because it reduces cost by 1, and then pay an extra blue to draw a card and make another token.
Gotcha. I was just curious, because it looks like you awakened at the end of his turn, and I'm not 100% sure if that leader, how it works on the awakened side.
And I will say that that was a slight misplay on my part. These tokens cannot attack because of my mass replication. So that little 10k, he's not able to attack while mass replication is in play.
Even if it's not a token made by mass replication?
Correct, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it just says that all of my tokens, clone tokens, have blocker and can't attack. Yeah, permanent shadow clone tokens in your battle area can't attack and gain blocker. Yeah. So I'll remember that for next time if I ever decide to bring this out again.
I would say it's one of those things, yes, it is a misplay and we're catching the moment. At the same time, it does allow Jake to get at least one more attack against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so had you left it up, who knows how things would have changed.
Yeah, it's a lot of people kind of think that it's easy to be on camera, but for something for me is like I already felt like I was behind, and now I'm on camera, and now, yeah, yep.
This is rough. Like,
yeah, it's very rough.
So, what are you digging for right now?
Super combos, possibly another negate. I was also looking for another one-cost Zamasu to possibly ramp another energy. Well, I guess I couldn't have done that, but yeah, I wanted to get those either super combos or the negates into my hand. Just give me something to maybe, wait out another turn.
You can't play that card yet, can you? The secret rare?
Nope, not yet.
I saw it in your hand right now.
How much energy do you have to have?
The opponent has to have, I think, 4. I think it's 5, maybe.
It gets reduced based on you hit your opponent's.
Energy. You've got to have 4 energy, and it's reduced by 3 for every energy you have. So I could play it for 2, but you've got to have 4 in your energy.
Okay.
Yep, 1 turn early.
This game just went so fast because your leader wants to play cards off of its own life, and my leader wants to play aggressively and take life.
That's the thing I've come across in some decks. Like, it's obvious that some decks get placed into the meta category more than other decks. And it's just based on how those decks were built, in a sense. Like, we talked about it earlier this week. I played Cell, and my experience with Cell, even though it's a fun deck, I don't feel like it holds much. And yes, it did top 16 on an online Gen Con event, but still, most decks, it's hard to it's hard for it to do anything, And when this Goku Black's facing down a very aggro deck, taking life seems like a high risk,
Yeah, definitely. And it really does require me to see all of the cards that I need when I need them. And I've played with the ratios a little bit. I feel like I am in a good place with my ratios. It's always going to be that luck of the draw with this deck.
How do you feel about mass replication overall? Do you feel like it's still worth spending your turn 2 on that after more time with the deck?
Here's the deal on mass replication. If I can get it out turn 1 like I did, then it's perfectly fine. But if I have to end up paying 2 for it later on, it feels like it just drags. But then again, if I'm going up against something like a blue deck, mass replication would probably do better because we're going to those later turns where I can play these countdowns to destruction for free, make multiple blockers between not just my turn, but also the opponent's turn. But in something like an aggro deck like this, I probably should have swapped out this engine with the Tragedy Overground.
I will say, looking at it, I feel like it wants to be kind of like a mid-range deck, and it ideally wants to play against a also mid-range deck.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, which, who knows, in a tournament setting, that might be the thing, because depending on how many people are playing Soul Striker or any of those other, Android 21, that kind of stuff.
Golden Frieza.
Golden Free, yeah, yep. Um, but yeah, he's going in, and I'm trying to stay alive.
I mean, you got one energy open. He has one energy open. His attacks are spent already.
I just send the turn
I survived.
over. Yeah.
My fingernails are bitten down to the beds at this point.
Yeah. At that stage, it felt way too risky to tap out against blue right there and really swing for the fences. Yeah, the old Majin Buu unison.
Yep. So I probably could. Gosh, I hate watching these back because I'm like, I could have done this, could have done that, but in the moment, sometimes you don't see the forest through the trees. But yeah, I probably could have played a couple of cards first, played that SCR, and then played
Bobbity afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So I probably should have just slowed it down a little bit, but I was like, what can I do? I got to get something on the board. I got to make it at least look like a fight and get him down to, I don't know, maybe 2 life.
I mean, Bobby's not a bad option because you get to restand energy. I don't know if you've seen all your Dimension Magic yet or not, but, that'll come in clutch. This breaks down the timing on Jake's part, but I will say Jake's very familiar also with how blue operates and this particular unison. So it breaks down to, like, is he going to just go for the bait, not get you to do the -1 right off the bat, and then start pulling stuff afterwards?
Yeah, he's in a really good spot. I mean, Jake plays this game like it's chess. I mean, he's 2 steps ahead of me every single time I play him. So I will say just a quick little tech piece. If you'll notice in my drop area, I'm playing Dead Heat. Those mass replications just become rocks in my hand as soon as I get that field out. So being able to, pitch 2 of them or even a time ring to be able to play that one to restand and draw at the end of turn is really nice. And it also allows me to Z-charge my my Goku Blacks into my Z energy.
Yeah, just overall a unique tech and a good implementation of the -1 there. I mean, it's good to remove the Z card because it's just going to straight up get removed, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to go to the bottom of the deck and potentially get shuffled to the top and drawn later. But it's always tough to pick when you're going to use that effect when your opponent has 5 open energy.
Yeah. Also, I might have missed it. Did you not draw from this card?
For my leader effect?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I might have missed it. This is like you said, my first. I had to buy round 1. This is literally my first game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have cards in deck left, but
yeah, I think you ended up swinging for 35, and I had exactly 35 with the SCR played. Yeah, Oof is right. Good game, Jake.
And with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Keep in mind, there's buttons down below, links in the description. Check them out, and bye.